Well, good evening and welcome to About the Valley here on Church Street in downtown Whitinsville. We're live on Church Street.
Cool. Yeah.
And my guests tonight are Kathy Tonry and Leslie Woods.
Yep.
And I know Kathy, you own Catalina's
Catalina's Boutique.
Boutique over on Route 122.
Yep. 1682 Providence Road.
Yeah, the former, well, it's still tents there.
Yeah, that's
But-
my husband's business.
Yeah.
The Tent Connection.
Yes, the Tent Connection. You had a busy couple of weeks ago, right? Because you had Brimfield.
Yeah, they're crazy.
I
It's a
know.
crazy, crazy summer business.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Go to Brimfield, you'll see a lot of tents.
Yeah.
And Leslie, you have a business in,
Yes, I co-own the Crafty Nest
Oh.
on Church Street with Miranda
you're,
Osterman.
you're fairly new.
Yes, yep. We've just been on Church Street in that location for just over a year, and we were above Domino's in the old Baker's building prior to that.
No one could see you there.
No, this was a great move for us.
Yeah, you're
definitely.
right there on the open, and I know, I ride by there at night and I see everybody in there, and it's great to see it active at night.
Yes.
You know, we're not rolling up the sidewalks after 5 o'clock. Which, you know, downtown Whitinsville was a busy place at one time. It was a shopping center of the valley. And I think it was Wednesday nights was the night that downtown was open. And now we're coming back to that, which is great that things are turning around. I mean, people have said, oh, downtowns are dead because the shopping plazas are taking over. But I think that's changing.
Yeah.
And it's not just, you know, you're a good example too, Kathy. You're not in the plaza. And you're bringing the customers in.
Yeah. Thanks to social media and a lot of marketing and
Yeah.
schlepping here and there and bringing your goods to different events and just promoting yourself. But it's a different world in terms of, you know, everybody used to advertise in the newspaper or
Right.
you had to make sure you had a big sign. But now most of our business that comes in is through Facebook and Instagram, posting pictures, having our local customers model and tagging them, and it ripples out in terms of who sees your advertising on the social media, so
Yeah.
that's been helpful.
It's amazing. I mean, social media you can get the word out better than you can in other ways. Do you do any internet business?
I tried, and it ended up being a little bit too much for me. I do have a little shop button on my Facebook page, and that's my hope for the end of this year, is to get back on. I have a Shopify account, and we'd like to do both, sell at the store, and we have a lot of requests to sell online. It's almost like having another company, though. It's
Yeah, I
it's a
know.
lot of work to keep
Yeah.
up to date.
Well, you gotta keep the website up to date.
Yeah.
Changing, and especially with fashions, you gotta change all the time.
All the time.
And then when you do get orders, now you gotta ship them.
it, yeah. Yep,
It's a
yep.
lot of work,
Yeah.
but it's something that is a goal, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know people, web shopping becoming a very big thing. It's, well, I don't have to leave my house, I can sit at my computer and I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's easy.
But I don't know, I like to be able to go in and see things too.
Well, it's funny because I read an article about, you know, what's happening with small retailers, especially in the apparel field. And they said that women will always want to get out of their house, to get away from everything. It's therapy.
Yeah,
Yep.
And they also want to touch and feel everything, and they want to try it on. Like,
Yes.
going to a wedding, I want to see what this dress looks like
yeah.
on me,
Yeah,
not just...
what's it gonna look like when I wear it?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks good on the
Yeah.
rack,
As
but
you
what's
say,
it
the
gonna look like
model
on
looks
me?
good.
Absolutely. So
Mm-hmm.
we still get plenty of people that come in and they said they wouldn't shop any other way except to come in and try things on.
But you're right, I know, well, and I don't wanna be sexist, but women more so like to shop, the experience of shopping. I mean, I go in a store, I buy what I want and I leave.
Yeah.
And I'm in there for 5 minutes. My wife said, I'll go to Walmart with you. I said, I hate to have you come along, because I'll be there for an hour.
Yeah.
And she's all over the store looking at everything. Me, I'm in, Jim's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But I know, and it's experience. I mean, I can understand that.
It's like a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, it's something you want to do, to
But,
relax.
You don't have this situation, Wesley, because obviously you have to come into your place.
Right. Yep. And
Why don't you describe what you do there a little
Sure.
bit?
so we're a DIY, or we run DIY instructor-led workshops. They're typically 2 to 3 hours, depending on the craft. So you pre-register, you sign up online. You'll choose your craft that you're going to make from the selection. You'll put in all your custom information so we can have your stencil ready for you. And then you show up that night, and we have the raw wood out for you with your custom stencil, and you'll paint it, stain it, distress it, make it your own with all the supplies that we give you. And then you'll walk out with a beautiful Pinterest-worthy piece that most people didn't think they could do when they walked in, and they're pretty proud of themselves when they walk out. So
Are you
it's pretty
finding
great.
people getting more into this now because they want to do something hands-on?
Yes, the DIY craze is huge right now. So
Yeah.
for us, it's awesome.
I think it's because of the electronic age we're in. They want to get back to the old way of doing things.
Mhm.
You know, making things by hand.
Yep.
I mean, now you can go out and buy a 3D printer.
Right.
You don't have to do anything, just
Yeah.
hit the button and it makes it for you.
Mhm.
So it's good that we're able to get back to that.
Yeah, I think doing it DIY is just huge. Everybody wants to say they made it, and the things in their house they
Yeah.
made themselves, or they refinished a piece of furniture, or whatever it may be.
Actually, what they're both here for is they're kind of the anchors behind the shop, what do we call it? Sidewalk sale. See, I get confused on
Yeah,
things.
it's all
I've been
right.
doing this for 30 years. Yeah, the sidewalk sale, which was a big event for many years in Whitinsville, disappeared. And you brought it back. Now, what's the second year?
Yes.
Yeah, second year.
Mhm.
And you're making more of an event than it was in the past, because you're doing a lot more things. And we can get into some of that. I know you got Harborough coming in,
Mhm.
which is different. He's not a Church Street merchant, but he's gonna be represented there,
Mhm.
taking over the parking lot next to Unibank.
Right. Exactly.
And you have some other merchants coming in, they're gonna be setting up.
Mhm.
You got the restaurants now, it's amazing, we got a number of restaurants right on Church Street now, where, so you can come in, have a nice breakfast, and then walk around. You're gonna have some activities for the children.
Mhm. Yep, we're gonna have a bouncy house, face painting, a balloon artist. West End Creamery's coming in with ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
West End
so-
Creamery's gonna be set up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're excited. We're trying to make it more of a family event, like come in
Yes.
for a few hours and do all the stuff for free. And then if you wanna shop, you can walk around and shop as well.
And we're gonna close Church Street from Cross Street or Ovian Square
Mhm.
down to the post office.
Correct.
People have to get to the post office.
Yes.
So we can't go all the way, but
Yep.
and you'll be able to get through because you go Cottage Street or you go
Mhm.
down around and get onto Linwood Ave.
Yep.
So, through traffic will get through, but this is gonna give a nice walking area. It's almost like Faneuil Hall.
Mhm.
You'll be able to walk around, and this is becoming more popular in a lot of small towns.
Yeah.
And I think it should draw a good crowd. Now, this starts at 10 o'clock,
Yes, so the road will be closed from 9 to 3, and the event is 10 to 2.
10 to 2. So by the way, if you wanna go out to the Bomber School groundbreaking, that's
Oh, yeah.
at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, yep.
And that'll be over within an hour, no matter how much they talk. It'll be over in an hour. You can head right over to
Yep,
Church Street and enjoy the festivities.
yeah, it's supposed to be a beautiful day, so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, today was, I thought we went back to winter.
I know, that's why I'm wearing a sweater.
I know, it's horrible.
Yeah.
And yesterday was so warm.
Yeah.
New England weather, just wait a minute.
Yeah.
That was Mark Twain that came up with that. When he moved to Connecticut, he said, one thing about New England weather, all I can do is wait a minute and it'll change.
Right.
Yeah, he's true.
And, but anyway, yeah, and so, but Saturday, they're saying it's gonna be the best of the weekend.
Yeah,
Right? I
I can
lucked
wait.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, just made it.
yeah,
In fact, it's Saturday, Friday's not gonna be that great, but Saturday is gonna be a huge improvement, then Sunday we go back
Yeah,
to some showers, and I guess we go into a week of humidity.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, that was the rumor. I'm not sure if it's true, but we heard that it never once rained for all of the years that they had the Church Street sidewalk sale.
You know, I can't,
Not
I'm trying
once.
to remember back, it was a long time ago, but yeah.
So we're
yeah.
hoping we're on that
Yeah,
same
I think
track.
they used to have it, but didn't they, it was in August back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly
Yeah, I
when
think
they
it was
had
in August.
It was at the end. That's
Yeah.
when most retailers will have a sidewalk sale, especially for apparel, and it was
Yeah,
Baker's Department Store,
Right.
Louis
Yes.
Fashions, and Irene's Children's Store.
Yes.
So that's how
Yeah,
retailers.
your seasons are changing.
Yeah.
You're changing you wanna get rid of the stock that you got in there,
Right.
so
Right,
you
We-
run a sale.
right.
Mhm.
But we find that a lot of people vacation in August now, the end of
Yeah.
July,
Yeah.
August, so they're
Yeah.
not around to,
They're not looking to go
Come-
shopping,
Yeah.
Right.
and they're just considered, well, I gotta go school shopping, but
Right,
yeah.
yeah. So this is a
God
good,
forbid, they don't wanna deal with that, but
Right, yeah,
a necessary evil you have to deal with.
right.
yeah,
But here's a chance it's not just shopping, it's an experience, you can have a
Right.
good time.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of different
To
vendors.
be able to
coming.
socialize.
yeah. There's-
Might even run into people, you know, I run into people all the time that live in town, and I don't see them for a year at a time. Even though it's a small town, that, you know, everybody has busy lives, you don't always run into one another.
Yeah,
Last year, we had a great response from a lot of the people in the community because they had, exactly what you said, they hadn't seen each other for a while.
Yeah,
And it was very nostalgic because it brought back a flood of memories of,
yeah,
you know, when Louis and
Yeah.
Baker's and it was a feel-good, you know, time and everybody was doing really well, prosper, I can't talk.
prospering.
Thank you.
That
You know,
happens to me all the time.
in their businesses and but people were so grateful, especially at the selectmen's meeting. We went last year to see if we could get approval, and we do thank the town selectmen for their approval and letting us do the sidewalk sale. But they were so excited to see something like this come
Right.
back,
Mhm.
and when we went again this year, they were so happy to see that we were doing it again to make it an annual event. And, you know, it was nice to get that feedback, that people are excited.
Oh, yeah. You know, a lot of towns have different things, that, you know, some towns have Pioneer Day or Founder's Day, things like
Right.
that. Well, this is kinda like that. It's not a whole day affair, but it's a good amount of time.
yeah,
You're talking 4 hours.
yep,
And it's, like I say, it's a chance to come down and socialize and run into people you haven't seen in a long time and get a good bargain too.
yeah,
And experience the new places.
yeah, there's a lot
know,
of,
I've been on a planning board, I was on for 15 years, I was off for 3, and I'm back again. I was back, I came back 3 years ago, and now I'm on my second term and my second term. But I said back then that, you know, if he said, oh, downtown's dying, I was there when Walmart came in. I was chairman at the time. And I said, oh, it's gonna kill, I said, no, it's not gonna kill Church Street. Church Street has already been killed for what it was. You're not gonna see shoe stores and a lot of clothing stores come back, because it's not what's happening today. But you see specialty stores, that's what's coming back, specialty stores. Even like your case, Kathy, you're somewhat of a specialty store,
We are a specialty store.
yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of people come in and they said, where are people shopping? And, you know, the malls are dinosaurs. People
Yeah.
don't go to the malls anymore. And even the bigger stores like Macy's and Nordstrom's, they're closing stores. And
Right.
it's not the same type of shopping it was 10 years ago. And we're finding that people really like unique, you know, whether it's gifts or apparel or what have you.
Yep.
But they like these small specialty stores that, you know, we only buy 6 of these, so you're not gonna see other
Right.
people in them.
Right.
You know, in that apparel or that top or those pants or that dress at the wedding. You don't wanna show up at a wedding when someone else has the same dress.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the other thing, in your case too, you're the buyer. If you go to Macy's, the buyer's in some high office building, making decisions out of a catalog. Or maybe the salesman will bring some samples in, but it's not the same. You're making the decisions, you know what your customers want, you really see it firsthand.
Yeah.
With these buyers, when do they see what the people are buying? They don't even see the people, they just thinking of what they look at.
Right.
And they might look at things on the internet and stuff, but it's not the same. You actually hear from the people.
Right.
I've worked in both capacities too. I've worked for a big retailer where the sales rep would come in and they would show you, and you'd really hope that they are going to show you and tell you and be honest with you what the best sellers are, because that,
You're going off that.
yeah, exactly.
But he's
here,
trying to say you what the most inventory they have in the warehouse
that's
is.
what you have to
Yeah.
be careful
Yeah.
of, yeah. But here it's like, they always say, if you're a store owner, you need to be on your floor because you need to hear the feedback and you need to
Yes.
hear what people really want. And is it too expensive? Is it not high enough quality? Is it the right
Right.
style? And that helps a lot when you go. I just got back from New York City and went shopping and finished my fall and holiday shopping. But if I hadn't been there all last fall and holiday, I wouldn't really know, you know, what lines do well,
Yep.
or they don't like the color green and they really
Right.
like blue, or, you know, so
Right.
you get that. You get the feedback.
Yes.
It's-
In your case, that totally new concept.
Yeah, it's definitely new, and I think people like the part of not having to make the mess at home and not having to run out and try to find one supply at this store and another supply at this store, and they can come in and it's all
What
right
gave
there
you the
for them.
idea to do this?
It's
different.
kind of a long story, and
It's different.
But in a nutshell, my business partner Miranda had talked to me one day about having friends. We were talking about having friends over, and we were both crafty. And she said, you know, everyone tells me I should do this for a living. I should, you know, have people over at my house and have everything ready for them. And I don't know how I could do that. And then we didn't talk about it for a while. And then something came up that I was going to do, and I felt like I was stealing her idea. So I gave her a call and said, you want to do this with me? And it was just supposed to be one night, just something fun one night. And we did it one night, and with social media, we posted it, and then everybody was asking us to do it again, and so we did it again, and then it just snowballed from there. And
Wow.
now we have the Crafty Nest.
I'll tell you, that's the best job in the world is one that you do because you like it.
Yes. It took us until about, we laughed, till about 6 months. We've been doing it since August of, 2017. We kind of started, and about 6 months ago, we started saying we were going to work. We go every day. We're there all day, and we're there
Yeah.
at night, and we didn't feel like we could call it work because we love it so
you
much.
love what you're doing.
We go on
And
vacation.
that-
and
that's what
get-
makes it. That's the best job in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years. I don't get paid for it, but I do it because I like it.
Yeah,
I like doing it.
it's good.
But I've got a job, retirement job that in broadcasting, so I get paid for that. And I like that too,
Yeah.
so I like the fact I get paid.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. There's not
Yeah.
many people that can truly say they love everything about their job.
Right.
So it's nice that we can say that.
Yeah, and you were fortunate that you had an area opened up.
Yes, like I said, we were above Domino's in the old Baker's building, and it was great up there for what we needed to start. And then we found this space, and it's awesome.
How do your customers must like it too, because even while you're working, it's nice to be able to look out the window and you
Yeah.
know, a little distraction now and then.
Yep, yeah, it's nice, and all those windows, and it's
Yeah,
nice and bright.
and of course, people going by looking in, that's gonna help your business, it doesn't
Yes,
hurt it.
we get a lot of this all day with the sun behind them. We're like, you can come in.
Yeah, it's beautiful inside.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
see,
definitely nice.
that was a big thing years ago, was window shopping. People would just walk, I'd see them on Church Street, walking up and down Church Street, looking in the windows and seeing what's new. Like, we had Bedard furniture,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and, you know, so people could look around and see what, and people would put their stuff out in the wares out in the window. When we were on Church Street, we put a TV in the window to show what we were broadcasting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
You know, because that was a thing, and it brought people walking around, and now we got nice streetscape in Whitinsville, so that helps.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be nice we get the street paved again.
Yes, yes.
One thing at a time.
Baby
I
steps,
guess.
baby steps. It's good.
Yeah.
But, no, they did a good thing too, and with the wide sidewalk, it makes it easier for, like, the Valley Cafe, puts the tables out,
Yeah,
and you could even do the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah, Green Plate does that. up the
Green Plate
street.
does it, yeah.
Up the street.
yeah, and I think Herbs Makes Sense was talking about putting something out.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Danielle's been on here.
Oh,
Yeah?
has she? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Love her restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got a
It's
great little
awesome.
place there.
She
She's
does.
great, yep, so she'll be open, she'll be doing stuff.
Yeah.
And
And-
welcoming land.
Yeah,
And
she's
welcoming Landry,
welcoming, he's been there for umpteen years
Yes,
Yeah.
now. He
yeah,
does well.
Yeah, love
Yeah.
him.
And
Patrick.
here again, here's this real specialty shop. You go in here, you never know what you're gonna find.
Right.
These are places that you had to go to a resort area, a tourist area to see. Now we got them right here. And, I'm hoping that we become more of a tourist area.
Well, it's funny you say that because there is a small informal group of us small brick and mortar businesses that we call ourselves the Milltown Merchants.
Yeah,
And that's our mission, is to create a greater awareness of what Northbridge has to offer. And we're trying to extend our reach to create this area to become more of a destination to, our tagline is eat, shop, and play. So
yes.
like you were saying earlier, you can come and there's some great unique restaurants, like Maison de Manger. I'm sorry,
Oh,
I'm not French,
yes.
I cannot say that right.
You did
But
good,
the
you did
green-
good, better than
Yes,
me.
The Green
I've been there
Plate.
too, yes.
Yeah.
Donna was on this show.
Oh,
Okay.
Donna was too? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And Herbs Makes Sense.
Yep.
Terry
Yeah.
just opened the
Yes.
tea room, and there's a lot of other little restaurants, and then shopping, like Many Creations by Laura. She just opened, I
Mhm.
think this is her second year.
Magnolias.
Magnolia
Consignment.
Consignment just opened. There's a lot of little shops around town, like
Lulu's.
Lulu's just opened. And
Yes.
the flower shop.
Yep.
They have
Yep.
great
The
gifts. and-
bridals.
The bridals, yeah. And these guys, they sell
Yeah, so
gifts
we
to
also have a retail area as well.
the crafty
Oh, okay,
nest.
so you can buy the crafts already
Yes,
made.
yep.
Right, right.
Yes, if you
And
can't
that-
make it.
Yeah.
And then the play part is there's a lot to do in town as well. And, like a lot of people, we're so lucky to have Purgatory Chasm.
Oh, my
In our
God, yeah.
town.
Yeah,
And then, the White Community Center always is offering things to
Yeah.
do. And Alternatives has plays, especially in
Yep,
the summertime.
concerts.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of, and the Crafty Nest, you can go and book a night, get your girlfriends together and go have some fun. So we have a lot to offer here. And in the sidewalk sale, we have 36 small businesses participating. And it's nice because everyone will get to showcase what they're doing. And it's all little small businesses. And having it on Church Street, you'll get to walk down and go through a lot of the shops. That's why we call it the Inside Out Sidewalk Sale. So some of us, we'll go down with a big tent, and we'll have a lot to sell in the streets, and there'll be other tents along the street. But a lot of the local shops, it'll be nice, like Strive, they're downstairs from the
Yep.
Crafty Nest, and they, you'll get to see.
their studio.
Yeah, and there's a dance.
And the flower
studio.
shop can, you can go in and shop at the flower shop, look at all the bride dresses, wedding dresses, and go inside the shops as well as everybody that's set up outside.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And the
Yeah.
dance studio that's downstairs from us they're gonna be doing a demo. The Family Karate is gonna be doing a demo. There's the Pottery Girl doing a demo. So there's a lot of things to watch as well.
Well, Miguel has a show.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Him and, I forget her name now.
Christine.
Christine
Winning.
at the Little Man,
Yeah.
yep.
They were both on.
Yeah, she told me that.
And after they got done, I said, Miguel, would you like to join me? And so he started joining me on my show. I have a show on Wednesday nights. I take the summer off on that. And he said, I'd like to do a show. So, yeah, you could do a show too.
He's
So he
awesome.
now does a show called Interesting People.
Ah,
And he interviews people on the air.
that's awesome.
But
Fun.
Nice guy.
we're trying to do what we can for the sidewalks. I don't know if you know it, but we just installed a kiosk, a billboard at Walmart
Oh,
on the outside, you know, where the flagpole is,
Yeah,
it's right in front of the flagpole, it's got a cover on it,
okay,
and we got a poster in there that talks about the sidewalk sale. And the purpose of this kiosk is to announce what's going on in downtown Whitinsville,
okay,
to draw people into the town. Also, it's being used by the Heritage Corridor people, Bonnie Coombs, I don't know if you know Bonnie.
okay.
Yeah, she runs she's in charge of getting the word out on what's going on in the corridor.
Awesome.
In fact, she puts out a booklet every year called Go, and it's distributed all over the United States. And in it is all events that are taking place. And I have an event in there. In September, I'm going to do a walking tour of what we call the Crossroads Historic District. And that is the area around the Whitinsville Savings Bank building, Whitinsville
Okay.
Bank building, the Common, the White Machine Works, the Town Hall, the Community Center.
Nice.
And we're gonna talk about the different buildings and how the history of the town came about. You know, the town started up at Knopper Center, that was where the town really started out. But it was down here where the White Machine Works down at Whitinsville, which was known as South Northbridge.
Really?
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
That sounds so stupid, but that's what they called it, South
Yeah.
Northbridge. Thank God when
Yeah.
when Paul Whiten died, they renamed it into his honor into Whitinsville. But, yeah, that's the way they got their start. And it's all part of the Industrial Revolution that took place that changed America from an agricultural society to an industrial nation, which made it possible for us to, well, for the North to win the Civil War, for us to win World War I, II, the Spanish-American War, because we became industrialized, we were able to manufacture, but it all started right here. And, you know, the corridor is trying to get that word out, and that's what we're trying to promote too. And I said, if we can get tourists in, we're national park now, and there are a lot of people that tour national parks. That's their objective every summer, they tour different national parks. You get them in, get them down there shopping, find the different things. Get them down on down in 122. You gotta get them into the area.
That's our
Then-
goal.
That is
Yeah.
our goal,
That's our goal.
and it's,
Yeah.
it's all of Northbridge, like down in the Rockdale area. You
Yes,
have Bay State
we're
flooring.
working on that too, where the youth center used to be,
Yeah.
where they tore down the former Nolan's package store.
Yes.
Well, they had to tear it down because that was part of the grant, get it out of the floodplain. We got some money coming into the planning board to put a park there.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And I'm talking now, in fact, I have a meeting next Wednesday with a representative from the state. We're working on the bike trail.
Oh, nice.
That'd be awesome.
And we're gonna try and get it through here. It's getting closer, you know, in Millbury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're working the next section is Grafton. Uxbridge is working on their section. Yeah, they're ready to, almost there where they're gonna connect into Rhode Island. And this place, but it's been quite a task, you know, you're talking about, I don't know, over 26 miles.
yeah,
I forget how long, from Worcester to Providence.
yeah.
But not only that, this bike pathway will connect from Maine to Florida.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's part of a whole trail of bike paths that you can travel. You'll be able to get on in Maine and ride a bike on a trail all the way to Florida.
That's
That's
crazy.
amazing, yeah. That's
Yeah.
great.
It's awesome,
Yeah.
A
though.
lot of people don't realize it, but
Yeah.
they actually have maps showing that. And this is part of that program, because you branch off. Part of the branch is gonna go through, from Uxbridge into Douglas into Connecticut.
Okay.
If you ever heard of the Grand Trunk. That was a railway that I think it was the Astor's family were gonna build from New York to Boston.
Okay.
It was called the Grand Trunk, and it was going through Douglas. And they had cleared the railway, they had cleared the area, but they never built it. But it's still clear, and it's used now for, just not, well, four-wheelers and
Right.
dirt bikes, but also by horse people.
Okay.
And they're gonna pave part of it, put a pavement down and use it for a bike trail. And now connecting into Connecticut. So you see, always, and I think it goes out all the way down to Putnam. So all these things are happening around here, and this is all part of it. You have the sidewalks there, and we get the word out. People that are visiting around here say, hey, gee, that's nice to go to.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why we're keeping it on the same weekend, so it becomes known. It's Father's Day
Yes.
weekend every year.
Yeah, you gotta be consistent.
Yeah, so.
then word gets
to mark
out.
your calendar,
Right,
yep,
right.
And the first thing you know, you got people coming on a regular basis from
Yeah.
who knows where.
yeah.
I mean, this is happening all over the United States with downtowns.
Mhm.
Because of course the malls first took it away, now the internet's taking a lot of it away,
Yeah,
but you get a little bit of a niche and it can come back.
mhm.
Yeah.
And like you said, when you're offering more than just a bunch of sales, you're offering entertainment,
Mhm.
It's an event.
an
Yeah.
event, yeah.
Yeah, for your whole family, your grandmother to
Yeah.
your young child. It's something to do for everybody.
Yeah,
I think
you
the
even got-
library is even.
Yeah, so the
Yeah, the
library.
library's got a program, yeah.
So they're gonna be, they're not gonna be set up on Church Street, cause they've got a whole bunch of yard games set up at their place, a book
Oh.
sale. So after you get down Church Street, you
Yeah.
wanna continue on up to the library.
Well, you can't go on the road there, but you can
Yes,
walk on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
And you got a DJ.
Yes, we have a DJ,
With a
And-
food truck.
yep, we got a food truck coming in.
Oh, wow. That's a big thing now. I mean,
Yeah.
It is.
Food
Well,
trucks are
so
becoming-
there's the few restaurants on Church Street which people went into, then there was a group of people that were looking for quick food and
Yeah.
not wanting to sit down, so we're kinda offering both.
Right.
Go into the restaurants if you wanna sit down, or grab something from the food truck.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, we got, like you say, you got Danielle up the street, but then you got the Valley
Yep.
Cafe, you got Peg's right across the
Yep.
street.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else?
So there's
Herbs makes sense.
Herbs Makes Sense has
Herb
food.
makes,
yeah.
yes, I
yeah.
haven't gone in there.
Oh,
and
it's
corner
lovely.
pizza.
She's
here.
lovely. The place is lovely.
Yes.
They have like little cucumber sandwiches
Yeah.
and chicken Waldorf salad. It's
Yes,
delicious.
and it's cute, and her displays, when you sit down, like
yeah.
little,
Lavender lemonade.
yes,
It's
it's
just,
good.
that's also very unique, which is nice.
Mhm.
We really have such a nice group of unique stores and businesses in
I
town.
hope she does, well, and we had some others that tried it, but didn't make it, right?
In that spot,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not sure why, but
They were, I think there maybe were coffee shops.
I think
It
it
was
was
a
the
Just
coffee
a
daily
shop.
strict coffee
grind
shop.
or-
I think she's got,
bread
she's
too.
different.
Yeah,
you
it's a
know?
little bit
Yeah.
different, so, and once you get a following,
Mhm.
it's like Divine Thai.
Mhm, that's
I mean,
delicious.
she's got a following, so she does well, because she's got people that wanna be there, they just love getting in there.
Yeah, that's a great restaurant.
Yeah.
Divine Thai.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's different,
Mm-hmm, yeah, and Kyoto too.
Mhm.
yeah,
Something,
Yes,
yeah,
who
they,
would ever know a
I
sushi
know.
restaurant
It's
would go
great,
into
when they went in,
Friendly's.
I was psyched.
Yeah, it's really
So,
good
it's
there
good.
too.
yeah, they've done real well.
Mhm.
In fact, so well, I guess some of the, I think the King Jade is now giving out, is selling the, what do you call it, the raw fish.
Sushi,
Yeah,
yeah,
sushi,
yeah, they have
yeah.
I'm not
sushi
into
too.
it.
Yeah.
I'm too old.
Ah, it's good
It's
stuff.
good, you should
Good
try
stuff.
You're never too old to try
I
it.
do love oysters.
Okay,
on
Maybe
the
that
half
will be the
shell.
next thing.
yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
It's, my wife will not, she's dead, and she won't let me eat it.
Yeah.
No, you eat the raw fish, you'll get sick.
Yeah.
But, I guess it's doing real well. Now, do they do
They're always
the,
No,
The hibachi,
The
they
hibachi thing?
don't, they have hibachi style food, but they don't cook it.
Oh, they don't cook it
do
in
the
front of
hibachi
you.
in front of you, yeah.
some of those guys with the
Yeah,
knives and the,
flicking stuff.
blowing up here and all that, they're pretty talented.
Right,
It's entertainment just to watch them.
Mhm.
yeah.
But, yeah, so, Whitinsville is changing,
It is.
changing a lot.
And then you have the people that have been here forever, like Koopmans. Oh, yes, we'd like to say
Yeah,
thank
thank
you
you.
to our sponsors for,
Yeah,
first of all, Jeannie Hebert, who were here on her behalf,
Yeah.
from the Blackstone Valley Chamber of Commerce. This is actually, we couldn't have the sidewalk sale without her and the Blackstone Valley Chamber of Commerce to help support us.
she's a real asset. She's a great organizer for all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
She's been a huge help.
We do a radio show together.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
You do something with everyone,
Yeah.
huh?
yeah, we do it on weekend. It's on weekends. I'll have to get into interview yous. It's on Saturday at 10:30 and Sundays at 6 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. and I do a 10-minute interview in the first half. It's a half-hour show, but we only get 22 minutes.
Yep.
Because we have to do commercials.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. This is non-commercial, that's commercial,
Okay.
WCRN. And then the second half, I do with Jeannie, and we do an update of what's going on in the valley. And same as this show, it's called About the Valley.
That's great.
And I'm promoting the Blackstone Valley. What I'm doing is promoting the Blackstone Valley. That's one reason I do this. And fortunately, I get paid, but I did it because I would have done it for free, just to promote the valley.
We won't tell anybody.
Yeah.
No, my boss isn't listening, so
No.
yeah. But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's to promote the valley, and
That's
promote
awesome.
businesses in the valley, and that's what we try to do. We interview people that have business in the valley, talk about what it's like being a business in the valley, and how it's working out for you, and things like that. And, you know, Uxbridge now is trying to do it too, I guess. They're gonna have some kind of
Yeah.
a, because everybody's trying to bring their downtown back, and that's what you gotta do. You gotta make it, give people a reason for a destination. You're not gonna go there just for the sake of going there. You gotta give them a good reason.
Right.
Absolutely.
And of course, well, we didn't get into it yet, parking.
Oh, yes.
You know, a lot of people complained, because of the streetscape, it took away the parking on the street. And it did on one side. I'll give a little story. When we were on Church Street, I had a woman who was on doing the show with us, and we were on the side you can't park on. Well, she came to do the show, and she parks right in front of our station.
Oh, no.
Our front storefront. And when I said, "You better not park there." That's
That's
a
the
true
road.
lane.
Yeah.
But she was from town, and she had moved to Florida for a long time, and she didn't realize that the streetscape, and she always parked there before.
Yeah.
In fact, I am old enough to remember we had parking meters,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, for a long time. But, I mean, they did compensate, and they knew that it was taking parking away, so the town worked out a plan, and there's tons of parking in back. And for this, you have plenty of parking on Cottage Street, parking on Hill Street.
Yep.
The
On Cross
Christian
Street.
Reformed
Yep.
Church on Cross Street, you got plenty of big parking lot there. And it's not a far walk, I mean,
No.
it's a good little walk.
Right.
You need to stretch your legs, everybody needs to get some good exercise. And it's gonna be a great day.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're very
it's gonna be
excited.
beautiful.
So, I mean, you know, if it was a rainy day, I wouldn't wanna walk in the rain.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a great day for a
Right.
nice little walk.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And you're gonna be there for a couple of hours,
Yeah.
so what the heck?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get out there, enjoy yourself, and have some good entertainment,
Yeah.
and see some great items.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's just a nice opportunity to see a lot of people you haven't seen in a long time, like you were
That's the
saying.
thing, yes.
It's a nice community
get together,
building,
yep.
yeah,
People will be amazed who they'll run into.
Yeah.
right,
Yep.
yeah,
You know, God, I haven't seen you since high school.
right,
Yeah.
We
right.
both live in the same town.
Yeah, it happens.
I don't get that
Yeah.
because they see me every week,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
so I don't get it as much, but it is amazing how many, and then we have a lot of new people. People would be amazed at the new people who live in this town. I'm talking different ethnic groups than what we grew up with. Because the town is diversified a lot.
yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, the superintendent, the former superintendent was on one night, and we're talking about, I think there were like 23 different languages in the school system.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I mean, some that are really strange, that they don't even have interpreters for.
Right.
Because America is changing
Yeah.
in that respect. We have a lot of immigration from countries we never got immigration from before.
Right.
And so, things are changing. And that's a good way of finding out. You go down there, I bet you'll be surprised who you run into.
Yeah. It's definitely a fun day. We had a great time last year.
Yeah.
It was really busy for having an event for the first
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, the first one's always the toughest, because
Yeah.
you gotta get the word out. Now,
Yeah.
once it's out there, now people start expecting, you get the original crowd,
Yeah.
then you'll get some more, and it keeps growing and growing and growing, and
Yeah.
the first thing you know, you got, you're oversized.
Yeah. We'll be closing the road further and further, maybe.
Yeah.
Then we'll have to close the post
Yeah.
office.
Yeah, we
No,
hope it
it's good.
grows. but
Yep.
We got a lot of nice feedback, and I think it was a really successful day
Yeah.
for all the businesses that were there, even just to promote their products or whatever it was. It was just nice to be seen.
And do you see it growing even bigger? I mean, you're doing 4 hours now. You think that you'd expand that eventually someday? Or is the problem because you gotta close the street?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be up to the town, but, I mean, 4
The
hours seems
selectmen are pretty
good. People
cooperative,
are
though. They work with you on it.
Yeah,
The police
they're-
work with you
Yeah.
on it.
Oh,
Yes, the
everybody's
police
been-
department and the fire department and the DPW have been a huge help.
Yep.
They're gonna also be bringing down their cruisers and the fire truck for the kids to see.
Oh,
So
forget about
that's an
that. Oh, that's
add-on,
that's a
you
big
know.
draw for the kids. They
Yes,
love that.
So that's huge and awesome of them. And they've just been really helpful and they're great that day.
The
Yeah, of course.
DPW brings down the sawhorses to help
Yeah.
Yeah.
with, you know.
Yeah, and the police have to be out there to divert the traffic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but everybody's been awesome. It's been
Yeah.
a nice, solid group of people just working together.
Working together, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, the Lord is worked with you too, because he's gonna give you a great day.
I know.
I know.
That's,
You know, that's,
It's
you know,
huge.
you're in June. June can be a fidgety,
I know.
Right.
fidgety month. We see that today. I mean, God, we
Mhm.
went from Wednesday was perfect summer day to
Yep.
this is a perfect early winter day.
right, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you never know. So, and you have to plan it well in advance. You can't say, well, I'll wait till see what day I'm gonna do it. We'll look at the weather the week before.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I
Yeah.
know. Actually, one of the selectmen had asked me at that,
You had a rain date?
yeah, he
Yeah.
said, can you do a rain date? And I said, oh, it's kind of tricky because people rent tents for the day and they
We
set
hire a
aside.
DJ.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
balloon
setting up.
artists.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot going
Yeah,
on.
I mean, it's kind of hard to book everybody, book everything, put everything together, and then have a rain day. So, well, hey, I'm calling everybody up. We're not gonna do it till next week. And then what happens if it rains next week?
Right.
I know, but you'd love to say you could, but it's just
Yeah.
tricky, you
Yeah.
know?
Now, if it did rain, did you have rain plans?
Well, we
It's
have
rain or shine.
tents, yeah.
Right.
So almost every vendor that is not a brick and mortar on Church Street brings a tent.
Uh-huh.
So they can still, they can still be under their tent.
Right.
And then the businesses that have a brick and mortar probably would just end up staying just inside.
Yeah.
Bring an umbrella, it's not gonna be
Yeah.
freezing, so.
It's almost the same as Shop Small that Christine Monipa
Mhm.
heads up from Little Man Bags. You know, even if it snows
Snowing,
like crazy,
yeah.
we're still gonna have it. You
Yeah.
know, it's we're all set up, ready to go, and snow doesn't keep too many New Englanders away from Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
So
Well, if it did rain, you got a smart merchandiser would be out there with an umbrella.
Yeah.
Sale.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
oh, speaking of, we do have someone with water, don't we?
So, yeah, we're gonna be, we'll have waters throughout the street. And we're gonna be, they'll be free and we'll be accepting donations, that will go back to Piece of Bread.
Well, you mean,
Any-
water to
And
drink.
donate, yes,
Yes.
water to drink, bottled water. That was
Okay.
just some feedback from last year that,
Oh,
people were
were
looking to
looking
just
for
buy
water.
waters, and so,
Oh, well,
um,
if it's a warm day, yeah.
It's gonna
it
be
was,
warm,
and that was the thing
yeah.
last year, it was very warm too, so, so we'll have that, and West End will be there for ice cream if you're warm, which is great.
You know, water is outselling soft drinks.
Mm.
We're changing, our society is changing. Soft drinks came into being around the turn of the last century, you know, just before the 20th century. Soft drinks became the big, carbonated drinks, mostly in drugstores. And it got bigger and bigger. Look at how big a event it became. Everybody Coke and Pepsi and the whole bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, those sales are dropping, and it's water that's becoming the big event.
It's
So-
probably a good thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean,
Definitely good.
I find myself drinking 3 or 4 bottles a day.
Yeah.
And it helps keep you healthy.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I can see why people were looking for it. And you're gonna have it
Yeah.
for free?
Yes, that's our plan.
With a donation.
But yeah, donations are welcome, and all of the proceeds will go to Piece of Bread here in town.
Yeah, they do a great
Yes.
job.
Yes, absolutely.
And, you know, we have a young lady well, I shouldn't, well, yeah, she's a young lady. I call all women young ladies.
That's good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Susan next door, the Legion gives her space for the giving tree.
Okay.
Oh,
That's where she has her store.
nice.
And, yeah, she looked at the situation that there were places you can go get food, but where do the people the elderly who can't afford it, get clothes, get paper goods? You can't, you can get it, you have to, and she saw that she had some pet food, so she supplies all that to
Oh,
them.
that's nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you have to qualify for it, you go through the senior center and get qualified as an individual that needs the help, and then you come here and you shop for free.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
But, yeah, so that's why the Legion helped her out too.
Mm.
Gave her, she was in Good Shepherd Church and she didn't have enough room.
Mhm.
And so this has worked out well for her.
That's great.
Yeah,
Nice
she's
to-
over there now putting together her July Christmas thing.
Oh,
Where
Yeah.
they
Christmas-
deliver the
Christmas in
stuff.
July.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Christmas
that's
in
awesome.
July.
yeah.
But, yeah, so you have anything planned coming near the holidays? Wasn't there something last year near the holidays?
Yeah, so we do a couple of things. We do Shop Small, which all of
Right,
us.
Shop Small, which is a
Yep.
great thing,
Yeah, and it's really grown.
yes.
And it's great because it really promotes the town of Whitinsville. And everybody has special deals, and that's another community type of day. But like we said, we are trying to extend our reach to get other people from surrounding towns and further to come join us for the
Yeah.
day to
Mhm.
eat, shop, and play.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be bad for them to come in just to let themselves be known that they exist.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
then they will come back.
Yeah,
You know, they come on an event day and they say, "Oh, I never knew all these little
Yeah.
shops were in here. Oh, these
Yeah.
are so cute and unique." And then they come back and they tell their friends. We have it happen all the time, you
Mhm.
know. And then also the last few years we've done a holiday shopping scavenger hunt where we put out a map of a lot of the little local businesses in town and restaurants, and you go to each small business and we give you a little stamp, and we all donate something for a big raffle basket. And
Oh.
so you only have to go to 6 of maybe the 20
Mhm.
businesses that
and
are
you
on.
get entered into the raffle.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then we all have discounts that day too.
Yeah,
So
something
Yeah.
special.
yeah, and people get out there and look at these small places, they'd be amazed what they find. Oh, wow, my
yeah,
Yeah.
wife would love that, or my husband would love that, or my
Yeah.
sister would love that.
Yeah.
And like we said earlier, they're unique gifts.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
know.
and that's what you really wanna buy someone for Christmas, is something different, something they're not gonna buy for themselves.
Right.
right, yeah.
I would tell me, don't buy me anything electronic, cause I wanna pick it out.
Yeah, yeah,
But
Yeah.
you wanna buy me something unique, yeah, that's great,
Yeah.
yeah.
something different.
And then we'd also like to plan, we've talked about it a few times, a ladies' night out. So,
Ah,
yeah, there's a
Mhm.
few places in town, we'd like to have it right in town.
Yep.
yeah,
And invite, you know, throughout all our Facebook pages and Instagram pages, our own customer base, send invitations out to them and have a fun night with
Yeah.
wine and shopping and
Yeah.
entertainment and that kind of a thing. So
That's next on our
after the
list.
sidewalk sale, we'll be thinking
yeah,
about
you could
that.
even, you could work out something with the wine to do, you could serve it, and actually, you can get a temporary license
Yes, yes.
and set up a wine bar of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to one, actually, Christine Monifa and Laura Vandenacker, and myself were participated in a ladies' night out in Worcester, and it was packed. There were over 300 women there,
Yeah.
having a ball.
Yeah,
And it was anywhere from like tattoo artists to people that do like DIY, thank you, projects, to a lot of other different things. And they had an all-women's band, and it was really a fun night.
Yeah.
And then they donated back to the community as well. And we'd like to do something like that around here.
that'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would really be something.
Yeah,
And you could actually even probably close the street off again.
We'd probably want to have it at, like, there's a few places we've
Yeah.
thought about, in a hall type, a nice hall, or a
Okay.
function.
Yeah.
Area.
We don't have a, well, we got the KSC is about, I don't know, top of
Well-
my head.
So, and I don't know, forgive me, so where Alternatives is?
Oh,
What's
okay.
the other, there's like two different businesses in there.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Well, it's not Alternatives anymore.
Right, so
It's,
that's, what's the
Yeah.
new
what the-
name?
I forgot the name of it.
Oh,
But he
sorry, I
sold.
forget it. So,
Yeah.
so we just were over there recently, and so upstairs where the theater
Yes.
is a great spot we were looking at, so all of the
Yes, they have a-
seating
yeah,
just
that's-
pushes right up
yeah.
against the wall.
Yeah, it's not it wouldn't be a great dance area, but it's a great
Right,
club area.
right,
Yeah.
There's a gathering.
yep,
You could even do that, something like that at the community center even.
yep.
Right, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. We'd like to keep it local.
Yeah.
I think there's a function room above, on the top floor of the town hall.
Town hall, right?
There you go,
Well,
that's a
yeah.
great place. In fact, we've got the open for business breakfast there
Okay,
coming up in, I think it's Friday, it's a Friday, I think the 21st of June. Jeannie puts that on with the planning
Yeah.
department.
yeah. So that's our goal, after, get through the sidewalk sale and then start checking out the different spots.
You ought to check that open for business, because we're gonna have a speaker from the state. You know that there's a new tax goes into effect on July 1st. Employment, you have to pay on behalf of your employees. You have to collect from
Another
them.
one.
1%.
Massachusetts.
Yep,
Yeah.
just
This
add
is-
it on.
This is the Family Leave Act,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's to put money into a pool with the state to pay people to take time off.
Okay,
And that, it's, no one knows about this.
yeah,
I didn't know about that.
nope.
No,
didn't know.
Jeannie's going crazy. She goes, I
Yeah.
can't believe nobody knows about
Yeah.
this. So we're trying to get the word out,
Yeah,
and that's gonna be the subject, and that's a nice breakfast there too in the morning.
okay,
All taken care of by, it's put on between the town and the chamber.
Chamber, yeah, yeah,
And you just gotta let someone know you're coming so we can have enough room.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sounds good.
Check in with Jeannie on that. Believe
Yeah.
me, it's well worth, you gotta know about this tax because it's gonna hit everybody. The legislature was trying to work on extending it to, I think, September, to give another couple of months to get the state's done a horrible job of telling anybody. But then they'll come
Apparently.
back,
Yeah.
they'll come back and hit you with a penalty.
right,
I think it's 1%, and you're gonna deduct it from the paycheck like you do Social Security and
Right,
Medicare and,
July 1st?
yeah, goes in
Okay.
effect July
Good to
1st, so
know.
then you'd have to send it in with your normal state payments in July, which was the second week of the next month or something like that. I used to do that years ago, but I haven't done it in a while. But, yeah, I mean, it's too bad that they don't tell any, they haven't got the word out.
right,
But this was put through on a ballot question.
Hmm.
See, the legislature didn't do this, which is unusual. They usually do pass taxes, but they didn't do this one. So they're having a complication with it too. Took them forever to figure out how to do it and everything else. But, yeah,
Something else.
yep,
I know. That's the thing with being in business, and it's
Yeah.
very difficult.
Yeah.
People don't realize what you go through as a business.
Well, I think a lot of, that's why it's so hard for small businesses to survive.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's between the rent and the, paying your
Payroll.
employees.
Yeah.
And, I have to travel a lot and that kind of thing, and everybody has their own different kind of expenses. It's
Yeah.
hard to survive,
Oh, absolutely. You gotta do your income taxes every year, and it takes forever, and, you need to hire accountants.
Yeah.
It's tough. Being in business is tough. You got a lot of things you don't know if you're in compliance on. You know, Yeah,
Yeah,
really. 'Cause
I know.
they don't tell you, they let you figure it out.
yeah,
Right. Well, you find out through your mistakes.
yes,
Yeah.
there's no handbook that you can just read.
No,
and-
there isn't.
Yeah,
It's terrible. And that's where, Jeannie with the chamber comes
Yes.
in handy
Yeah.
because she
Very, yeah,
can help you out on a lot of that stuff,
Right,
but
right.
it's tough.
Yeah. That's why you have to love what you do.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, really. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
yeah,
And you gotta appreciate all the support, And just to get back to the sidewalk sale for a second, but we really do want to thank
Yes.
the people, the sponsors, Gaudet Insurance,
Yes.
Unibank, Osterman Management,
Koopman Lumber
Koopman Lumber,
and Blackstone Valley.
yeah,
Chamber of
the
Commerce.
Chamber and Jeannie, because,
Yes, it's a huge help this year that
Yeah.
they all were great big sponsors and let us make it even better than last year,
Yeah.
so.
Now, they helped you financially
Mhm.
as well as other services, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's, yeah, like you say, you got a lot of things you gotta buy.
Yeah,
And promote.
And
market.
promote,
Yeah.
yeah, and you bring in, you bring in the bouncy, you bring in
Right.
the tents, you bring in the
DJ.
DJ,
food,
the
yeah.
porta potties.
Yep,
Mhm.
yes,
Everything
we've got
costs
porta
money.
potties this year, so.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
well,
things you learn.
yeah, well, the businesses don't want all kinds of people
Yeah.
trucking into their bathrooms,
Mhm.
because that can be a disaster.
Yeah.
So it's the best way to do it, and the people getting all that water for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
have some place to
Right,
go, right?
right, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's something that we ought to look at too, though, it's, some places have, bathrooms available to the public that the municipality puts in, that the town and city put in.
Mm,
That would help with downtown shopping.
Mhm.
Yeah, something we could look at,
mhm,
something the town could address.
mhm.
Mhm.
And then if you bring tourism, tourists come in, if you live here, okay, no problem, I'll go home.
Yeah.
Right,
But you're tourists, where do you go?
right.
We don't even, the other thing that I've been on planning, since I've been on planning board, I've been trying to get someone to come into town, or come into the area with a nice hotel,
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
wouldn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
God. I remember talking to a business that was in the shop years ago. The owner, he's since sold his business and then they moved. Well, anyway, he says, I bring customers in, or I bring, suppliers in to meet with me, and they're gonna stay in Milford and
Right.
drive by back roads to get here. He says, very embarrassing. I can understand that.
Mhm,
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
mm.
You gotta stay in Worcester or Milford if you're visiting a business in town and you're from out of town. We really need something. And I don't know when that's gonna happen. We don't have and where would they locate? That's the other thing is,
Right.
but you gotta keep thinking out of the box, and
Mhm.
maybe someday we come up with an answer.
Yep,
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of space on 146.
Right.
But even if they went to a nice hotel in Sutton even, which is a
Right.
little bit closer,
Mhm.
yeah, be nice.
yeah, or Uxbridge. Uxbridge's got plenty of land down there. And it also give you a place to go for entertainment.
Right.
Right,
A
yeah.
nice restaurant. and-
Yeah.
Or a family comes in from out of town and
Mhm.
Yeah,
somebody's getting married and
Yeah.
there's no place unless your house is big enough to,
Yeah.
Right.
a friend's house is,
Yeah.
you know.
One time we had the bed and breakfast down at the
Oh, yeah.
mansion in Linwood,
Mhm,
which is now privately owned.
mhm.
Right.
But we had, what's his name, Paul Newman
Mhm.
and his wife Joanne Woodward stayed
Mhm.
there. So, it's nice when you had something like that.
Mhm. I
There's a
know.
lot of history in the town, which is
Oh,
Yeah.
God, there's
awesome.
so much. Yeah, I just thought of, wouldn't the LaSalle mansion
Yes,
is up for
yeah.
sale.
Mhm.
Wouldn't it be nice if somebody turned that into a bed and breakfast?
Yes,
Or
that'd be.
just, it could be an overnight stay place. I'm getting a signal, we gotta go.
Oh.
Well, hey, everybody, this Saturday, 10 to 2, right on downtown Church Street, you can't miss it.
No.
You won't be able to park on Church Street, but you'll be able to park right in the vicinity. Come on down, it's gonna be a great time. These ladies will be there, come over and say hello to them.
Yes.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yes, thank you very
Yes.
much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
the support.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Until then, see you about the valley.